Hello everyone, my name is Gitanjali Singh and I am currently interning at Lexis and Company, and the topic for today's video is the 127th Constitutional Amendment Bill that was passed by Lok Sabha on 10th of August 2021. Now, after a discussion that lasted nearly 6 hours, the Lok Sabha passed the bill with full majority. Now, the bill that aims at restoring powers of state to notify backward classes received opposition support in a rare display of unity after more than that 3 weeks of constant protest in both houses over Pegasus project report, farm law and prices, but still the opposition decided to cooperate with the government in passing the bill and suspend their protest till it was passed by the lower house. The full majority was seen in the House of People, and the bill was passed. Now, the bill seeks to clarify some provisions that was given in 102nd Constitutional Amendment to restore the power of states and union territories to prepare their own list of socially and educationally backward classes. Now, the amendment bill amends the 342A clause 1 and 2 and will introduce a new clause under Article 342A subclause 3, specifically authorizing states to maintain their state list. Now, there will be a consequential amendment in Article 366 subclause 2C and 338B subclause 9. The states will thus be able to directly notify socially and economically backward classes without having to refer the National Commission for Backward Classes. Now, first of all, we'll discuss what was 102nd Amendment Bill that was passed in 2018. Now, 102 Amendment Act received the presidential assent and came into effect in August 2018. The amendment inserted Article 338B and 342A in Indian Constitution, which deals with the structure and duties and powers of National Commission for Backward Classes. Now, Article 342A deals with the power of President of India to notify a particular caste as a socially or educationally backward class, and the power of Parliament to change the list. The amendment also brings up some about changes in Article 366, and this amendment gave the NCBC a constitutional status, and this commission was originally set up in 1993. Now, Article 338B in this it was inserted, and this article provides the establishment of a commission for a socially and educationally backward classes to be known as National Commission for Backward Classes, and the NCBC thus received a constitutional status after this amendment was passed. And as per this article, the commission shall consist of the following members who would be appointed by president, and there will be three persons, that is chairperson, vice chairperson, and three other members. Now, this article also provides duty of the Commission like investigating and monitoring the matters related to the safeguards and inquiring into a specific complaints regarding the deprivation of the rights of SEBC, and the participating and advising of the socio-economic development, and presenting to the president annually or whenever required to reports of working of those safeguards. And Article 342A, which was inserted into Constitution through 102nd Amendment, also empowers the President to specify the socially and economically backward classes with respect to a state or union territory. This article makes it mandatory to get parliamentary approval for adding to or deleting a community from backward listing of community. Now we must learn why this bill was needed, the 122nd 7th Amendment. Now this amendment was necessitated after the Supreme Court in its Maratha Reservation ruling in May upheld the 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act. The apex court then said the president, based on the recommendation of NCBC, would determine which community would be included on the state OBC list. Now, The 102nd Commission Amendment of 2018, as we said, gave the constitutional status to NCBC and empowered the president. But however, in 2021 bill amends this to provide that president may notify the list of socially and educationally backward classes only for the central government. Thus, the amendment bill bypasses the Supreme Court ruling and restores the power of the state governments to maintain the state list of OBCs. Now, why has opposition supported it? Now, it was for the first time since the monsoon session of Parliament began in July that the Lok Sabha witnessed a debate in orderly manner on 10th August. Now, all the 385 Lok Sabha members who were present in the House voted in the favor of bill during the division voting on 10th August. There was no opposition to the bill, though some members from opposition parties demanded the removal of 50% selling of the reservation, but it was passed by high majority and the bill now goes to Rajya Sabha. Thank you.